Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airwaves on WNTF, Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, and The Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, hates and hellfire, dark secret has claimed 2 lives, and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Happy hump day, all! Let me see. Looks like we've got a good bit of chat and chat. Cool. Accountability. Yesterday was my art program. I made a reasonable amount of money. Not sure yet. I haven't seen the check. It went right in my wife's purse. And that's not for any shenanigans. That's just for safekeeping. When I make a run down to the bank, I'll snag it. But I ended up doing roughly 30 some odd plus pictures for the kids across 5 hours. I basically started drawing at noon, and I physically didn't stop save for about 3 minutes to go to the bathroom till 3 had and I mean continuous. Here you go. Here you go. It just kept me going and going and going and going and going and going, which is great. I love doing it. I love making the kids happy. And if there's always a few adults who come in and sit down, and I'm not going to tell them no as long as there aren't a bunch of kids waiting. But we made it. And I'm not nearly as sore as I thought I'd be today. So I'll probably be knocking out some work. I do have a very strange request piece that I'm going to put out, and it's a good ridiculous concept that only the people I associate with could request. So I will be sliding into making sure that works. Beyond that, I got a lot done. A little tired, little sore. I'm more sore in the back from having been, shrimped in full mode and not having my nice 45 over here on my digital does help a lot. I will be looking into some kind of mobile art desk / lectern for next time. Um, I'm always trying to improve what I do. And yeah, that's where I stand. I know it's not saying a lot. It was doing a lot. And it made me very happy. I need to reach out and order a few things. I don't know when they'll get here, but I'm going to have to because of some Nick Knows Nerf news. And I realize I am massively behind on my Nick Knows Nerf videos. So I will be doing a bunch of those. I may even do a local giveaway kind of situation. I'm not sure yet. We'll talk more on that as things come to a proverbial head. But beyond that, I just want to sit down and do some artwork. And just get through some good stuff. I did get to see Churro, and seeing Churro always makes my day. Very, very briefly, but I did get to see her. So, with all of that, oh no, is there an email? I'm sorry, I just noticed there's an email from Carl. But yeah, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting into the art. I'm looking forward to just kind of getting some stuff done. After the show, I'm gonna make a run at the pharmacy. With everything that happened and some necessary things, I was not able to pick up my meds. So I am operating without one of my rather key medicines. So if I have issue, I will call the stream. I don't think I will. I think I'll be able to at least bang out some quality art and have a good time with you guys. It's just going to be a little touch and go. Beyond that, today into rest of today into tomorrow, I have to run a brief D&D game for Little Man. I need to check in on some people and possibly do yard work between rainstorms. It just began. We'll see. I've had things happen. It's just one of those days. Now I will say, speaking of one of those days, yesterday was one of those days. In point of fact, I found out you cannot put a carbonated beverage in my water bottle. Because if I put carbonated beverage in my water bottle, it pressurizes, explodes the handle off, and then if you open it, it shoots a tremendous geyser. Now, I knew it would because I understand the physics of super soakers. I understand, what happens. I should have thought of that, but I didn't, which made for several baptismals in Diet Mountain Dew throughout the day. It was one of those days where some really odd things were going on in the background. Some of it may be concerning news. I am not certain. Just gotta work around it. Beyond that, there will be probably a bit of mental recovery. I'm not sure because I've got some stuff going on, and then we like I said, I need to film a bunch of Nick Knows Nerf. I might be doing a brief gaming session where I'm not running it for a change Thursday, and not Thursday, Saturday. I'm not sure. That will depend on some scheduling. I'm just excited. I'm positively excited. It just will be a matter of getting into it. So, if you guys don't mind, I'll hop into your comments real quick, and then we'll try to get into it. First through the door is Carl Witzman. Good morning, Carl. With greetings, and we have greetings from Donna. I love the great coffee exchange. And hello, Angelina, my dear Angelina. Good morning, Uncle Carl and Aunt Donna. Aunt Donna, that sounds a little adult for me. Wow, unexpected green rooming. We've had one of those in a while. Wow. Okay. From Angelina. Wow. Okay, guys, reminder that this is not the green room. And I will once again remind you, also not a cryptid. But that does fit into today's programming. Let's get back to where we were. Oh, no. You can go away right about now. I haven't quite got that lined up right, but that's good. Okay, now, put my board back together, get back to the comments. Done. And laughing. Wow. And thanks. Oh, you guys are being cute. Don't forget to like and share, folks. I know I will forget to ask that. Hey, Nick. I won't talk Munsey the whole time, but I scored over 98K yesterday at the event and got nearly 102K. They are the fairer sex, and they usually win. Got my coffee and breakfast, has seat in green room. Good morning, Houston, Texas, Dave. As far as I'm writing, I'm working on a few humorous jingles. Nothing much more. Still basking. Hey, you got something done. I'm only 2,000 points for today and 4 early points run. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun for it. Hey, Dave. And, cigars. Okay, so. Oh, God. Yeah, I have several things. My wife got me this shirt. This is my new donut shirt. Walmart got this whole line of, frankly, Nickish dad polos. And I keep ripping the buttons on the belly off of my Hawaiian shirts. So I may just invest in a few of these. Seems in a better mood. I'm trying. There's still a lot going on in the background. But I absorb enough damage that after a while it just pings over to a different mental gear. And that lets me keep going. Thank you. We'll see Miss Dawn. I hope so. Yep. Nick's been busy. Yep. Strange. Yeah. Panicked me with that email because I'm like, ooh, do I have another? No. And good morning, Emily, my dear. How is my favorite mermaid? A churro sighting? Yes. A double churro sighting, actually. She came out, but she was doing some things, and then came back out after the pool. Just to say hi. Ran out of her way to say hi to me. One of those hug, squeak, hi, run. I love that kid. Haven't heard from Grim in a few days. I'm worried. Is your wife there just in case? No, but Xander knows how to call her if I desperately need it, if something goes wrong. And I don't, like I said, I'm not going to go down fast with this kind of situation. It just means I'm going to stutter a lot more, probably. I may be stammering a lot more. I tried to sleep in to try to get as much mental energy to do it. It happens. Baptismal Mountain Dew. All righty then. Angelina got green room sign. Congrats. I've gotten a bit too much sun yesterday. Oh. And yeah, isn't it great? Yes, wear your hat. Oh, I'm glad everybody's okay. Looks like it's time to run an ad. I really wish Joe would get me new ads so I can run it, but I will run Trey's. Yes, folks, for those who didn't know, it's time for fun drawing time. Yes, you know me, I'm down with the FDT. Hey, folks. Oh, and I forgot to add to stage. I thought I had all set up. All righty, so this one is a request from one of the ladies who work at the library. Her name is Tiffany. She is a delightful young lady. I think I will actually use. I don't want to rock the. Let's see if I do this. Yeah, that does put it at a very big size. And then if I need to. Sorry, I found new things I didn't know about. If I need to, so that's 8. Okay, we can work with that. I can print it off, and it will print fairly true. Oh, we need some jams, don't we? What do you have for us today, Mr. Dan Holfield? Let's go. I'll hit Supermoon. Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to blow yours out. Well, we love you anyway, Dawn. And Dawn is the mistress mind behind the stories of her cats, Buddy and Georgette. She's the proprietress of Cat Wickles, the cat toys. And if you want to support her and her significant other getting past the costs of cancer treatment, please hit that URL code and get yourself a t-shirt. Thank you. Alrighty. Now, the request. Bigfoot versus That's right. And I think I misspelled, but that's fine. That's right. I'm supposed to draw Bigfoot fighting a Dilophosaurus. So one of the ultimate lies of the Dino Lies. And a cryptid. Done? Yep. All your stuff to squee about, dear. Stay safe. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure I misspelled the majority of that. But, we are doing Bigfoot versus Dilophosaurus. Okay. And it is a request which I'm treating vaguely like a commission. However, there are no iterations. There will be no iterations on this one. In that, I'm not going to have a bunch of, okay, I like it, but can you draw it like this? Nope, this is a freebie. Okay, so first I have to draw out Biggie. And we're just going right into it. His ears. I don't know why anybody would want Biggie to fight something, but we're gonna get right into it. So right now we're getting right sketchy with it. And the trick to drawing Biggie is just envision somebody in a big ghillie suit. And that's the majority of the times you see Biggie. Now, I may have to move around with this pose. Because he's got that conical head. So I have to come. I'm going to have to fix that profile. This profile is very distinct. This. And I have to make his arms slightly longer. So this is a rough. I will probably be redoing it. Yeah, but right now I'm just trying to get the pieces added. Why does it have my bright tone? I use the standard color set. Okay. Now the gray that you see me doing is me. That part is to the grace for letting me have a slight idea where that's going to need a tooth. Past that. I'm going to have to redo that grip. But we're still in the lane. So the idea is going to be, because Biggie's going to pull a classic Kong vs. Godzilla move. I'd just be straight shoving a chunk of log in the Dilophosaurus mouth. So right now I have to just sort of block out. Part of the pose is going to look wrong because the proportions of Biggie are off. Well, they're not off. Let me do this. He didn't have his brow ridge, so that's not going to really help. This does fit the kind of art I need to be doing if I ever want to redo the comic I started way back when. So we're going to do this. We have the Venom stuff, because this is very much the Michael Crichton Dinosaur Live version. I'm gonna have to do this. Of the Dilophosaur. We'll just throw that there. Yeah, we'll give it the little, it has to have that little chunk of a stub or it's not a log, you know? Hate. So we got the side. Because that would go to, and I'll add more teeth. And again, this is just a rough sketch to give me a feel. And I'm very deliberately not looking up reference on this one because I don't want it to be exactly a Jurassic Park Dilophosaur. So again, this is just a very, very sketchy, rough. Need more time. And I already know that the whole thing needs to move over. So I probably could have just done this do this. Let me dismiss that. There we go. Back here. I could have done this in my standard scaling, but I really, really wanted this to be haven't quite figured out the claws because my mental image is of a baby and this is far from a baby, so I think I have its neck too squat. Not me. So this is again just the better part of a sketch layer. So I gotta sketch out the body plan of the Dilophosaur. Oh, that neck looks too long. Yeah, it is. Okay, so now this is one of the funnest parts. Normally you'd be doing this in thumbnail, but I want it to be big enough that you guys can really see. Let me see, because this is the general body plan of almost any theropod. He's just got the fins. And Biggie's just, no, he's Biggie, he's a dude. Gotta figure out what I need to do with this. I think I need. Gotta move this. Gotta move this around a bit more because I might need an angle. Yeah, the angle would definitely help it. Yeah, that makes a lot better. I mean, okay. Ah, you weren't where you're supposed to be, Carl. Well, that makes sense. Now, this is good. The tail idea was good. Oh, get rid of that. But I need to move a few things. Biggie's a big boy. I have nothing but love for him. But figure it out. Do the block of the chest. So I need to downsize this quite a bit to get enough of the Dilophosaur in. Okay. That's fine too. I don't want to push the angle even harder. Not that hard. Where is it? There. Okay. Now I can move that up because I need to be able to anchor his foot. That looks good. Because what we're going to do, okay, give it, what? Cancel. Let's do that. There we go. I hit the wrong button. Now we bring Biggie's support leg back. So now it's a much larger motion. Biggie butt. I need to do that a bit. And I'm going to have to up Biggie's mass quite a bit too. We're gonna put Biggie, there we go. That looks better. Now, I've got a bunch of extra lines that are distracting me, so I'm gonna get rid of those while I figure out what's next. And again, this is just a goofy sketch. So if this takes me my whole allotted time, I'm okay with that. If I do this, I can see him like hiding somewhat behind, Oh, that wouldn't do anything like that. If it's leaning slightly that way, it's going to make the we can put some trees. Blocking in the frame. I don't usually get to put this much thought and effort into something. But I think this one, like I said, will be pretty darn cool. I like the twist. that there. That's supporting, and that claw was grabbing. Just do something like this. Spike by the knuckles. And tell me if this doesn't have an The Asylum Presents kind of energy for those of you who understand, who are educated in proper B-grade films. I wonder if The Asylum still makes movies. Okay. And of course, next, add texture. What was that line thinking? Forgot the longer. Okay, there we go. Get rid of some of these guidelines. Again, this is still the sketch letter, so I'm not worried. No. With the idea that he's grabbing around a tooth. He's just like, no. Bad lizard. Do that. Add some more depth of feel to it. Because it's one of those, if he gets poisoned, it's over. Smartly faced. There we go. Do that. Now I'm really stretching because I'm reaching more for dragon design language than I am for actual even close to what a Dilophosaur really would be. But that's okay too. I think I'm gonna have this arm's a little too powerful looking. I'm not sure. Rock and Roll Art Guys, hello. Hey Kat, how are you feeling? Oh, you're just watching and relaxing. This is cool. Today's a little different than normal because I didn't know if I'd be able to draw after my art program yesterday. Monday I did my thumbnails for the week. So now I have a request commission. I can do this. There we go. Do that. And the request commission, in case you didn't hear it coming in, was Bigfoot versus Dilophosaurus. And I've been working and wanting to expand my posing and be a bit more dynamic than I tend to be. Oh, okay. The green room sign requires some explanation, I suppose. Uncle Carl has run a Discord room on Friday nights called the Green Room for quite some time. And it is a, shall we say, raunchy place where people tell questionable humor sometimes. And sometimes it just turns into a therapy session, and sometimes, well, other shenanigans happen. But I had to remind them for quite some time that my program wasn't one of those programs where they could swear or be too excessively perverse, because I often have minors in the chat, because I work with teens, and unfailingly, teens will find you out. Fix that anatomy a little bit. But we need to be fair. Biggie's got to have some cake. It was originally supposed to be a subtle way to get people to stay in line. It's sort of turned into a joke. I would remind them it's not the green. There we go. That's coming up pretty cool. I am not looking forward to the sheer number of scales I'm going to have to draw. But arrangements can be made if the green room invite needs to happen. Okay, now, am I satisfied with this at all? No. Am I going to keep fidgeting with it for a while? Yeah. But is it time for a commercial? Quite possible. So I'm going to take a bit to, did I leave my hydration? Yes, I did. So I'm going to run a commercial real quick. Actually, oh wait, I have my hydration. Cool. I don't need to run quite so much of a commercial. I'm going to run a commercial, and I'm going to come back with more of this. Just need to hydrate and get it set up so I can hydrate. So, let's see. What will keep us on? Oh, you guys are Munsey heads. You can Munsey.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Nice, caffeinated, non-explosive beverage. All right. Yep. Like this. I'm betting this would be a pretty frantic situation for my man. think I'll put a slot like on the tree too. Right now. Oh, good. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to pretty much blow her away. Okay. Come down here, pull it down a bit. All right. Now we'll grab pen. I'm still in my zero era. I really do like, well, yeah. Every time I think, I'll try another pen. Whoops. Wrong layer. I get thinking it's not right about halfway through. Oh, always. Now, this is all still very much right there. Yes, I'm lightly grunting. And I'm going to give Biggie some slightly more aggressive teeth than usual because nope, no, I don't want that. There we go. Because I don't want to go full 8 with them. I have like that conical upper head part. There we go. There we are. Is this cartooning ridiculous? Absolutely. Am I going to enjoy the living heck out of it once done? Oh, further, yes. I mean, like I said, that's got to be pretty now, which means I have to show the bang this. I may actually have to lighten this a little farther. Yeah, it wasn't quite far enough to keep delineated. Yep. Now that tells me I'm on the wrong layer, but that's okay. Because I can just go. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the men's magazines that are for like hikers and stuff. But no, that shouldn't be there. I could do it like that. I'm reaching. Good take. They always had these really, and it's really an amazing style of artwork. Where it's like a man fighting off a cougar, you know, with a tomahawk or something like that, you know. There were these very impressive images. made his fingers too thick. And that's kind of the vibe. If I could pick a vibe, I am going for. See, when I was more physically able, I was quite into camping and bushcrafting and things like that. And then I got very, very damaged. Something went wrong. I'm still not sure what all went wrong to make me the way I am now. But it greatly impedes my ability to do things I used to do. Doesn't mean it's impeded my interest, it just makes things more challenging. This is where I'm really going to start taking artistic license. There we go. This is not a scientifically accurate Dilophosaur in any measure of the word. And yes, I'm definitely depicting this as a giant slavering beast. This is in no way a politically correct, loving version of a Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaur? I can't remember if it's Saurosaurus. I like to think that right here, Biggie is he's grunting something along the lines of say, "Aw, oh yes, the 1940s action map. It's the pulp age. I love that. I just, it's so much fun to see. I know what I have to do. I have to broaden his back, but show much less shoulder because of where his arm's going to end up. Armpit. This arm has to be a lot shorter than I wanted to draw it. That's okay. See, otherwise, which is fine because I can readily, just kept placing out hand. And I know I'm going to have to do a lot of work because that looks ridiculous. But I am absolutely pushing myself right now. Oh, and I almost forgot. I got a surprise. I got something in the mail that will be decorating probably right over there on my wall. If we're going to talk ancient quasi-pulp age type stuff, story time, and I'll do a version of it this again when I'm putting once up. But I started gaming in 1991. Well, I was interested in 89, but I got my first book in 91 because one of my neighbors had gotten the new easy to master, quick to play Dungeons and Dragons, which was a board game version of D&D that came with a rule book. Well, this was the era of the Satanic Panic. And my dear neighbor's mother found out that they had such an item and promptly made them throw it away. So little Nick, walking to the school bus, sees in a garbage can this picture of the world's ugliest dragon on this book. And I grab it, and I don't know what it is. It says rule book, and it's black and white. It has these crazy pictures of elves and of halflings and dwarves and all these monsters and dudes with swords. And the cleric picture. There's a picture of a cleric who's healing a wounded dwarf. And I picked it up and I took it home. And that little secret book opened me to a whole world of wonder. Now, I still have my original copy of that book. I have my wife's copy. And I have my personal DMing copy, which is actually, it's around here somewhere. I photocopied the whole thing because the book is out of print. And then laminated every page, drilled it out, and book ring bound it so that I would have one I would never have to worry about something bad happening to. And I got it. And I love that thing, and it's one of my favorite places, because one of my favorite places, yes. When you've read and spent time in a book so long that you think of it as a place, not an object. Anyway, the cover of that book, in a few of the boxes, they did a poster that came with it. Now, you never find the poster. So I was cruising through Facebook Marketplace, which I love. And a gentleman, I want to say in California, but I'm not sure. I have to double check where it was because I order a lot of things from Facebook Marketplace. Had the rule book for $20 with the poster. So now I have to find a poster frame because this has to be kept safe. It has to be up. It has to be, presented. That's the purpose of a poster. But it also has to be done in a safe manner. And it's going to go right there. And I don't care if I have to beat a hole in the drywall to make it happen. Because that little book only carried through level 5 in basic D&D because the edition gets a little complex. So we'll just stop there without geeking out in that format for this part of the conversation. But this has to go with that. This tree always narrows, almost always narrows toward the top. Anyway, but to keep going, after we cracked level 5 of me running games at home, I had to homebrew rules. And that's what started me between that and making my own miniatures out of fireworks sticks to make the BSR stuff, is what started my dual interest in tabletop RPG and see, that one has to go. That line doesn't belong there because that line is covered by this fallen log. He's trying to use this cover. Anyway, So it's a big part of why I am the way I am. It's a huge part of my origin story. And finding that means I'm going to be able to have a portion of that up. And I am just beyond delighted. So that's going to go up on my wall when I can take the measurements and get like a poster frame and mat behind it. And we'll make those nails a little gnarlier. There we are. And I may thicken, I'm going to thicken the base of this log, this tree that's falling, just a bit, because I really, really need the scratch marks to be showing up. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not even getting paid for this one. It was just a request that I thought was so cool. I'm like, look, I do not have time. I told you I didn't have time to do this right. But I would on my next stream. So now I am. And like I said, I hope you guys don't mind if this takes. Oh, bye guys. Thank you. Yeah. I've almost got the main points sketched out. Once the main points are sketched out, I get to drop the sketch layer, find everything I missed, and then I get to come back and because I could just do that. Oh, that actually helps. Put a little bit of that there. Yes, I'm working on Biggie's musculature. Not what I figured I'd be doing on this Wednesday, but you never know. Alrighty. Oh wait, no, see, I almost forgot the back leg. Because it needs that for support. That needs to be closed. Now let's loose this. We're getting somewhere, folks. This one is definitely getting somewhere. Okay, we need that right there. I have to do a lot of line closing. I mean, just a staggering amount of line closing. Because if I try to colorize this at all, it's going to be a huge pain in the butt. But this is honestly one of the coolest things I've ever drawn for sheer dorky coolness. I mean, I cannot. Just the raw. The excitement of a scene like this. Bigfoot? Oh, I see what's wrong. I see what's been bugging my eye this whole time. The bane of my existence. There is a tangent right there. So I have to do this. I'm going to have to really shrink with this tree. Yeah, that's better though, because then I can go here. And that just gives it a little bit. And now I know it's rounded like that. That's fine. This is very, very sketchy. So I'm going to have to do some cleanup on it. But it's also very, very good. Yeah, I want that. I want the pressure, you know? Now I need to come over here. I'm going to just add another layer. I'm going to do heavier inks and do a lot of cleaning up. This is, like I said, this is what it's like when worlds collide. No, this is what it's like when I am actually doing commissions. Except, frankly, and no offense to Dan Hollifield, I'm usually using music that is a bit more copyrighted. So sometimes I listen to Dan's stuff when I do this. It's a treat. Don't overthink it, Nick. Let's do that. Go here. This is what's going. Keep having to come back to Biggie's cake. But oh, the absolute utter absurdity of Bigfoot fighting a Dilophosaurus. Oh, got my first Twitch bot. I'm going to say this is one of the coolest things I've ever like. I know I said I'm saying that. But it's just such fun, such a silly, stupid idea that I love it, and I'm going to have to thank Tiffany because I'm really having fun working on the story of this Bigfoot fighting for his life against an unimaginable beast. This does look like it's brought to you from the world of Paul Bunyan Kaiju Slayer. Stretch! Stretch! It's been an hour, guys. Stretch! You guys do something to stretch out. Oh my gosh. And to the folks who are worried, I'm holding up okay. I'm slowly nursing some Fruit Loops into me to ease my sugars. I'm staying hydrated. There we go. I am going to be drawing so many stupid scales on this thing. Like when it comes to that time. Oh, it's gonna suck. I set up another tangent, didn't I? Okay, so what am I gonna do to fix that? There we go. That fixes it. I almost feel sorry for Kat Rothermel. Here she is, laid out in the hospital. Instead of getting to watch quality entertainment, she's watching my goofy self draw. Biggie versus Dilophosaur. Then again, knowing Kat, she's probably enjoying it. I hope she is. I hope it makes her feel good. I need that right there. Could be doing a lot of bark detailing too, aren't I? I have to do some old-fashioned cleanup on this too. That's okay. Helps keep things natural looking. I mean, we need realism in our Bigfoot versus Dilophosaurus fight. I mean, my gosh. I am definitely going to find a way to put this into something I publish. I am way too amused by this picture not to find some way to put this in something I publish. If I do a section on the rule of cool, this also feels like it's going to be one of those pictures that I have to revisit later. My skills have leveled up again. Okay. I need to do some cleanup time. Oh, wrong layer. Okay. Good. What else needs to be? What else? Yeah, this is just like I said, one of those run images. Okay, we need this because there can be a lot of fine detailing later. But I need, after I get this closed up a bit and this cleaned up a bit, wrong layer. I need to do one of these. Okay. I need to start naming my layers. Ink. Heavy ink. Work. This is going to be the first multiply layer. And this is going to be back. Okay. And just so I know where I am with this, so I can. Cool. Look at me, I've even named my layers. Okay. Because I'm going to have to flit around quite a bit to clean up. This is just going to be one of those images. And what I want to do first is go here. I want to fill this. Just see how bad I've been about closing up my layers. It'll let me see the silhouette of the situation. Okay. Oh, that's not bad, guys. It's not bad. Whew. It's not great, but it's not bad. All right, black work. Let's do some black work. That needs to be black. If I do that, that, and that. Is that too dark? It's not bad. And it makes them pop more. Does Biggie need black work? Oh, I'm sure Biggie needs black work. Let's get the mill pen out and get a chunkers. That's a little too chunkers for this scale. The nice thing about doing it this way is if I decide I really don't like what I've done, I'm not out of anything severely. I need to do the musculature here. Where that white is. Oh, no, I need black. Get that. Just get it, man. And the goal of the black work is to make the image pop more. Well, I'm kind of forcing myself to do a lot of things I'm not comfortable with today. And just admit my faults. I hate these gloss, not gonna lie. I despise the way those gloss came out, but I'm not sure how to fix them, so I'm gonna leave them. Sometimes that happens. I'm seeing where I need to do more detailing, but this, and I fill. Come over here. Do that. That's important. Oh, I have so much work with this. Now I'm going to probably do some background stuff with it, but right now I want to keep towards the action. And I'm going to run an ad real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the music, because I've been chilling on Supermoon for a while. And I know, I need to run an ad so I can take a bit of a break. Hey, I know you guys don't like when I run ads, but it's the only time I can run and possibly go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So, speaking of that noble endeavor, I'm going to thank the Somerton Man by Carl Witzman for sponsoring this potty run.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton Man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
Alrighty. And we're back at it, and cheers. Thanks, Dave. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to come back to the ink layer, and I'm going to have to do something I don't want to do. Lamentation. I need some music. What we got going? I need something with a little bit more pop to it. Highly energetic particle boogie. I may, if this keeps up, I may have to break out even with that. Oops, I forgot to shrink that down. Look, I'm gonna hate this part. And drawing scales. Do I need to look up how to do custom brushes? Yes. Would life be easier if I had a custom scale brush? Oh yeah. Am I likely to do that? Nope. Just because it's not my favorite part of what I do doesn't mean it doesn't need to be done. It just means I have to complain a bit while I'm doing it. You know. Oh no. And am I dedicated to? There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let me deal with that problem. Maybe. Okay. Yay. I'm just gonna sit here. And bang out all these stupid scales. I was talking about that book, the D&D rule book, and I can't remember the lady's name, and I have to check it again because my brain has just farted. But the artist for that book tremendously influenced me. One of the biggest influences on me. The other artists that really, really influenced me. I mean, a couple of modern names everybody probably would know. J. Scott Campbell, Mads, folks like that. That's obvious. Fred Perry, both directly and indirectly, had a lot of influence. But then we get into these slightly more obscure names. Cami Cheetah, goes by Cami Bite now. She kind of retired from the art scene. I'm not sure what all happened. It's during the period where we weren't really talking. Talon, the artist who does the stuff for Reaper Minis. Talon's artwork absolutely helped define what I think art should be. And I mean, right now, this is, again, very, I almost want to say 80s pulp. I know I should be doing this on this later, but It was bugging me in that. I really have cursed myself this time, haven't I? That's okay. This is, believe it or not, good practice. If I get better at scales, then I'll get better at feathers. If I get better at feathers, I can get better at armor between scale and feathers. It's all part of the master plan. Everything I do is part of the master plan. There's just no way to believe it. You never do anything for just one reason. That's a great way to tell if you're correct. If you're not doing it for just one reason, you might be correct. I'm tired and I want to take a nap, but I can't because I know why I'm tired. Oh. I'm just going to take a break from that for just a second to add more random fuzziness to Biggie, giving my eyes and my hand just a break on that. We must accentuate Biggie's cake. I may send this to Grant Langford with no warning. I don't know. He does League of Cryptids. Although I think right now he's working on one of his memoirs of Morbid. So many scales. Just gotta keep drawing them until I'm done. Oh! So, any of you folks who are still in the chat, what are you guys up to? I don't want to be sitting here screaming into the void while I sit and sketch scales. I may have to do a gaming stream again soon. And that would be okay. The scales have gotten a little bit bigger, so I've gotten tired, which is a side effect. I am really pushing my wrist hard today. I think I'm going to put my glove on. Starting to feel a little sweaty, sticky. We don't want that. I'm down to 2 people. Asked for communication, got lost a person. That's okay. It's okay. I don't mind, guys. Because I'd do this if I were only doing it by myself. At least a stream like this. may give like this part bands, kind of like the way Snakes have one. Yeah, kind of like that. And then I can just go. We'll see. I may say that that's being lazy. But we'll see. I could have done the scale implication tricks too, where I only put a few. But once this part's done, I'll go probably into the grayscale shading. And yeah, this is definitely going to turn into a print. I am going to attempt to sell this to people, because this is, frankly, too cool not to. Flaws and all. I can't. Oh wait, I can. I keep wanting to turn the paper, and it's wait, I can. I can turn the paper. I can turn the paper. Ha ha ha! Remembering the tools at hand, so I don't have to hit really stupid angles. So what's the temperature? 84. It is Wednesday night. Tomorrow is Thursday. I have to look at what the night schedule, like the forecast is going to be. Let's see, how does that look now? That's looking pretty tough, guys. Yes. Well, almost. I was requested, that is, to do a picture of Bigfoot fighting a Dilophosaurus. And my Dilophosaurus is going to look dragony, but yes. Yes, he is. And frankly, I like this one. I like the vibe. You multiply. This is going to be gray shading. That's what you know. Yep, perfect. So, and how do I want to do this? Very large brush. Make it a large brush. So just to start getting the shade factor here. So yeah, this is one of the most painfully awesome pictures I've ever done. And I just don't really have words to describe how happy that makes me. I'm being very heavy-handed with it. Okay. But anyway, I think it's kind of necessary for this picture. This is not a picture for the subtle artworks in the world. There are many cool, but conceptually, this is one of the coolest things I've ever done. So I can't get too cranky about it. We go there. How's that look on your screen? Oh, okay, that looks pretty good. And people are missing it. Oh, the lamentation. I'm gonna have to hand color a lot of this, aren't I? I mean, like, focused. Oh, well, we'll see. Well, source should be green. We'll use green as a base, and if I don't like it, I can. Oh, wrong layer, Nick. What am I doing? New layer, multiply, name, flats. Boom. Now, I'm just going to try to pull this in a bit. And it does look very Bigfoot fighting a dragon, which I'm okay with too. Just old-fashioned color grade. Oh, tired Nick is tired. Okay. But flats. That's looking pretty solid. And the colors will help break things up quite a bit. Okay, I'll come in and I'll get the fine work for the parts I've missed. You know, not too fine for this. Yeah, but articulated. This may be one of those things. Cats. I'm just proud because, like I said, I'm pushing myself just a bit conceptually, style-wise. The whole, I made some pretty serious mistakes. But I'd rather try and make a mistake than, you know, versus not make a mistake because I didn't try. And really, I just needed an art piece I could sit down and kind of chew on a bit. Just hunting holidays right now while I work on this. I'm sorry, I get working on it and realize the absolute levels of absurdity with which I am operating. I don't know if my Dilophosaurus, who definitely has draconic tendencies. Then I'm gonna have to look at that. I still have to do a lot of color detailing. I just want the flats to get the feel of what I'm operating with. Oh god. But yeah, that works. That's like almost necessary. Now, what brown does we get? I can give him a rich brown. He really should be more of a gray brown, but I want him to be fairly. Get the little fidget spots later. I'm trying hard not to Velma get Biggie. Thanks, Scooby-Doo eyes him, but It's nice to not have to be constrained to be doing something that's a thumbnail. I will say that. Yes, I'm going to laugh every time I do anything around Bigfoot's butt. It's funny, and I'm not going to apologize for that. If I can't laugh that I'm coloring Bigfoot's butt, I don't know if that I can. I don't think I could associate with folks who could not allow somebody to laugh at Bigfoot's butt. Not many people watching, but I appreciate the couple of you who stalwarts who are. You guys are folks are absolutely missing out. I did it. I should have recorded this one. This would have made.
Oh boy.
You okay, bud? Okay. I should have. This would have been a great one to record because. Tiffany asked me to draw a Bigfoot fighting a Dilophosaurus. Oh, God. I don't know if I like this color. Yeah, but I need something for the you know, I think I will go with dark purple. I mean, yeah, let's just do that. That's kind of nice. So, any more yuck I gotta do? Well, that's the absolute worst gray I could have used. That'll do for that. I'm going to I'm gonna pick something that was broken on the page. What's another spot? What was another spot? What's the other spot? Oh, right here. There we go. That way. Okay, back to what we're supposed to be doing. Love Flux. Oh. That fix that line on whatever layer it's living on. Right now I'm just lighting in the basic colors. I don't know about the background. The background could go way darker. Oh, like here, I'm at. Pull this darker. Oh yeah, that helps. You can use that. Oh, or does it? No, because I forgot I can do all my shading tricks, and I needed a light and a start platform before I do. All the way here. No base. Yeah, let's go. They could be fighting in like redwoods. It could be a thing. And I gotta decide how far I want to take this part. Oh. And we'll just call this can be color and make that multiply again. Right idea, wrong tool. Now we need to start softening things. into the cave. And beyond. Stuff to do from that. I forgot. Wrong tool. Here, I think. That's what I mean. Doing a little bit of cleanup where I can see how it's actually there. And that's erasing, which is what I want to do. Better for the purple. That's sugary. There we are. I needed that. Now back up here to the advanced color. And I'm very light. And this is one of those where the effect is very, very subtle. But it is present. And playing with things like that just a bit can really later have an effect. Just have to have faith. How's that looking? I think this is looking good, guys. Nothing wrong with this. Okay, here. No. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing just very subtle little color changes. Like some lighting things. Ooh. But, like that. I haven't planned on that, but I like it. I'm going to run with it. colors almost break up. And so now I can soften it over here. Just gives me so much fun to work with. Just play with it just a bit. See if I like what it's selling me. Jeez. Start doing some tricks. I'm just going to do a bunch of multiply layers now. So that I can then come back here what you catch in the flashlight. I'll get the vignette how I want it. And that come all the way back to here. Add another layer, make it multiply. I think I want to darken some things. This. And soft light. That's really gross. Do we like that? Holy smokes, my duckies. Now we get to the part where I really start getting persnickety again. All the way back to the normal hinks. And I start addressing things that have annoyed me. This is honestly some of my best work ever. I can't even complain about this. I love this picture. It's dynamic, it's insane, and it took me better part of 2 hours. So I think I'm going to sign off on it. Oh, when I zoom in, I see all the little nicks that I've missed. But okay, one of those blacks. I see all the nicks that I've missed. Zoom in a little. Okay, so I'm going to do some cleanup. Oh, I'm going to do a lot of cleanup on aisle 3. Okay, cool. Said I was. I forgot about it. Now I am. Final preview. I think it's looking pretty darn fresh. That's not a color I want. Oh, wrong color for that. Just clean up the different direction. Doesn't look like slop, yes. Could I? No, doesn't look like slop. For slop, would be AI. Tell you what, this is infinitely better than anything to me that any other generative program could ever hope to imagine to implement. I think I'm going to start responding to anybody who's pro generative AI with the phrase, "It seems like a skill issue." How is this looking well? It is literally so much better. That looks so good. Okay, now I'll sign off on it. I've had to spend some extra time working on it. Pull this way down. Oh. Go all the way to the top and add normal. Okay, let's see how it looks. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. File. Save as. Bigfoot. Versus. Dilophosaur. I need to look up the spelling of that because it's going to drive me nuts. One second. Oh, okay. D-L-I-O. I'm doing right. Yeah, cool. Okay, groovy, groovy, groovy. Now we're going to export a PNG. Okay. Okay. Now, I need a break to check. Actually, what time is it? It's noon. It's getting late. I think I'm going to do some ads, and I might just wrap up. This may be a single picture day, but what a picture. Did I export that as PNG? I can't remember. So, I think it's already saved. Okay, they're both there. They're just coming up in different modes. Cool. So, yeah, guys. Let's go. Hi. Let's cut that music for a moment. Boink. I'm going to run some ads. If no one else has talk, conversation, or requests, we'll call it as a very profitable, even though it took a lot of time. Stream. I'm just in shock. I'm going to do this one.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
All right. And I want to do this one.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
That's right, folks. We're all about letting you art. Thank you for letting me art. I'll be back Friday for another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. I may post some stuff Thursday. We'll see how that goes. I just can't believe that this picture came out this awesome. So, Thank you. Guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. Toodles. Oh, I love you, and you should too, if I didn't say that already. Toodles.